So, and I already was scared to start eating, honestly. I was scared, like, oh my gosh, now I start eating again and I won't be able to stop anymore. I will just binge eat. I will crave sugar and carbs again that I won't touch, but I will crave it again. So I was actually worried, and I didn't want to break the fast because I felt so great, but I did. So after 64 hours and 12 minutes and most likely some seconds that I don't remember, I broke my fast with a skirt steak. Welcome to my life as a carnivore. Okay, so this is the second part of my fasting discoveries. So today is Sunday, February 6, 2022, and I broke my fast yesterday after 64 hours and 12 minutes. So I went to the gym, I did back, that was on my schedule. And yeah, I thought, oh, cool, that's gonna be a really cool experiment. Actually, first I planned to eat a little bit of something, break my fast, eat a little bit of something, going to the gym, and then eat some more. But I just felt so great and not hungry, and just felt so great. I was like, no, okay, let's go to the gym, still fasted, so like 61 hours fasted or so. And it went great. So one thing is, I couldn't take off any of my clothes. I'm usually kind of cold. Also now my fingers are cold. So sometimes when I go to the gym, I wear a lot of clothes to start, but then layers and layers come off. So I wasn't wearing exactly this, but kind of the same. My sweat belt that I also wear because it keeps me warm. Then a shirt, so it was a different shirt. This is the same. I was wearing that one here. And not this sweater, but kind of like that one. Kind of thick sweater. And I couldn't take any layers off. So this, of course, in general, during the entire fasting time, I was colder than usual. And usually I'm a real summer type, so I'm always a bit cold usually, unless I have a nice hot flash. But I had more energy than I thought. I could lift actually pretty heavy. Not really crazy heavy. I didn't make any PRs. And also, don't forget, already about 3 weeks ago, I started to get a relapse and I got really weak again. And even since I've been training after my surgery, I got pituitary gland tumor taken out through my nose in June 11th. Since then, I lost so much weight. I lost I got down to 116 pounds. I couldn't even walk anymore. I got so weak. And after going through hell for like a month or two, I started recovering amazingly. I went to the gym again, pole fitness, kickboxing, silks class, all that again. And I started to build up muscles again, of course. And I got, especially in pole fitness, I saw it, I got stronger and stronger, but I never got back to the strength I used to have. Also with lifting, I never got back to being able to lift the weights I used to be able to lift. So I never got really strong again, but I really did get much stronger. So anyways, consider this, and consider my relapse started, I think, bit over 3 weeks ago now, but then I got really weak, not really weak, but yeah, quite weak again. I could barely walk for 1 hour due to CFS, chronic fatigue syndrome, and most likely my EBV, Epstein-Barr virus, was active too. So anyways, considering all that, being at the gym and being like 61 hours fasted, I could lift heavy, and it felt good. Of course, I couldn't work out like crazy, running around, and I had to be careful. I wasn't really that dizzy. It was funny. Usually during my fasting period, when I was talking a lot, then I started to get kind of dizzy, and but anyways, I just felt just good. I remember when I was lat pull down machine, I was like, wow, I feel good. I feel it's like a different experience lifting that way. So then I took a shower, and I needed more hot water than usual, as a hotter hot water than usual. I thought, because how you regulate, it's like, oh, I need to turn it more than usual because of me being so cold, and I just didn't want to stop showering because it was so nice and warm. But yeah, that was this. Then we got home, and still I'm like, I'm not hungry. I feel so good, and I didn't want to break my fast actually, but so I started the fast initially because I just was eating and like up to 3,000 calories, and I just couldn't stop, and I was barely moving, and I just couldn't stop eating. I was eating even when I wasn't hungry, and that's wrong. Yes, just carnivore foods, but still, that's not good. And I just couldn't stop eating. I was like, that's, I think, kind of how I initially started the fast. Okay, let's do a 24-hour fast to break that habit. And then I started to see all these discoveries I was talking about in the first part, with the hormones, diabetes insipidus. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna continue, and I started feeling better and better. So then it turned into fasting because of my health. But I'm not a fat person. I don't really weigh much, and of course when you fast you lose weight, and I dropped down to, I think, 123.2 pounds yesterday morning. And so it's like, okay, I don't think continuing to fast is really a good idea for me, because I don't really want to drop much more weight. And I, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be fat, but I don't want to be skinny either. I want to be nice, muscular, and lean and strong, right? But not skinny, and I am skinny. So skinny with love handles, tiny bit of love handles. Yeah, genetics, they just don't go away. Even when I was so sick and lost so much weight, it was like 116 pounds, even then, still then I had a tiny bit of love handles. Genetics. But so anyways, I really thought, no, I should break the fast. Also, another reason, you know me, I'm a very honest person. I was worried if I don't break sooner or later you have to eat. And I was worried if I fast longer and longer, I would starting to develop anorexia. Yes, because I would be afraid of eating. My brain is wired that way that this could be a possibility, and I definitely don't want that. I already have eating disorders and stuff. I don't need anorexia as well. So, and I already was scared to start eating, honestly. I was scared, like, oh my gosh, now I start eating again and I won't be able to stop anymore. I will just binge eat. I will crave sugar and carbs again that I won't touch, but I will crave it again. Yeah, so I was actually worried, and I didn't want to break the fast because I felt so great, but I did. So after 64 hours and 12 minutes and most likely some seconds that I don't remember, I broke my fast with a skirt steak. And this is how I'm breaking my fast. Skirt steak, my favorite way prepared, torched only on the backside, still raw on the front. I started eating the skirt while I was filming, and so I had like 3-4 bites, and usually when I start eating I get hungry, or I get even more hungry. And also usually after the gym I'm so hungry, or after a workout. But as I already mentioned, no, not that time after the gym. I wasn't hungry, and I started eating, and I wasn't really, I didn't get hungry. I mean, it tasted good, it was nice, but the hunger didn't came. But then I had also something in the oven for later, and the alarm from the oven went off, so I had to get up, turn that off, take it out of the oven, come back, and then suddenly I was hungry. I don't know if it was because I got up and moved. And then, but not like crazy hungry, but then just, oh yeah, now I'm actually hungry. So yesterday I ate that skirt steak, and then maybe after an hour or so, I ate a little bit of a eye of round roast, so that's really, really lean. And then I made eggs, exactly 4 eggs, yes, my egg meal with what was still in the dish from the roast, the juices and just the protein, the fat, whatever, with the eggs mixed together. Oh, that was really good. And I think a little bit later I ate just some cooked beef that was already in the fridge for Paul, actually, some shredded beef and from a beef patty. So I ate close to 900 calories. Not quite, I think 880 and something. Anyways, and then I went to bed because I was really proud of myself, because a lot of people make the mistake, they eat way too much after a fast. Well, everyone is different, everyone's body is different, so I don't know, but I hear from a lot of people they get sick after they break their fast, and a lot of times it's just because they eat too much. And so I wanted to eat very little. That skirt steak I ate, it was actually a piece of a skirt steak. It was 140 grams. So and I ate it very slowly, and then I waited like an hour or more to eat. Yeah, and so I ate always just a little bit, and this was really good, and also not too fatty, because I know from previous experiences, for me, for my body, when I eat a lot of fat at once, it could cause digestive issues, diarrhea, and pain. There was a long time I didn't tolerate rendered fat, and I didn't tolerate bone broth and slow cooked, long cooked meats. Since the tumor is out, that got better, but I had it again, that suddenly when I eat a lot, after eating not a lot of fat, and then taking in a lot of fat at once, I don't feel well. So I made sure well, yeah, the skirt steak is quite fatty, but like I wanted to make Cantonese style eggs, and that's like made in tallow or like in fat, right? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that today. Yeah, and the roast was very lean. So yeah, you just have to know your body. But anyway, so I went to bed, and still no hot flash. Oh, my diabetes insipidus, as I mentioned in the previous video, I didn't have to take my hormone desmopressin like I have to take. I usually have to take every single night, otherwise I just drink like crazy, pee like crazy during the night. Yesterday I felt it. No, I need it. And so at 8 o'clock I took it, and it doesn't just like, oh, you take it and it works. No, it takes a while. So I was still drinking. I was drinking until 10 p.m. or something. So I'm like, yes, it was good. I took it. I had to take it. I felt it. It's like, oh no, I'm chugging water and stuff. So yeah, so I'm really curious. Was it just because I was fasting that I didn't need the desmopressin? And it was after 2 days of fasting, so not just 24 hours, so it takes a while. So we already discussed, I think I should do that experiment again, fasting. And at least, so like I have to hit more than 2 days, so over the 48-hour mark, because then actually I start to feel more benefits. This with the diabetes insipidus, that happens after 2 days, and I feel even greater, as I actually feel great and no hunger. So my period is back. Since my tumor is out, I got my period back. That's really good, even though I'm not really a fan of bleeding once a month. But of course, it's not regular yet. So my cycle normally is 28 days, more or less. Mine are 43, 47, and 36 or 35 something. These were the 3 cycles I had so far. And now I think I'm 21 days in. So we thought it would be good to fast before my period starts, but when will that be? No idea. So I think I'm gonna try to start a fast again, maybe when I hit the 28-day mark, when I actually should have my period, but most likely I won't. Or yeah, I don't know yet. Honestly, I'm a bit concerned now. As I said, I'm not doing the fasting to lose weight. I don't want to lose more weight. I actually want to gain weight, but muscle weight. And so right now I feel like 125 is my perfect weight. Later on I feel like 130 will probably be my perfect weight when I really train a lot and build muscles up again. But anyway, so I'm a bit worried if I do a fast too soon again, I drop too much in weight, and I don't really want that. But we'll see. So anyways, that's still up in the air. But yeah, this was about my fasting experience. Really interesting, really cool. I can recommend it to everyone to try that at least once in their life, to fast over 48 hours, or to fast like at least 3 days. I haven't really done 3 days, but I heard from so many people after 2 to 3 days, they feel great. First it's kind of struggle, it's hard, you're hungry, but after 2 or 3 days, it's like, wow. So I recommend everyone to try that at least once, just to see how it feels. And really, I had no idea it would help my hormones, it would help my hot flashes, it would help my diabetes insipidus, it would help my energy even. it was so weird. It was like, so definitely everyone should try it out. I think it's probably good for all the people to do a fast once a year or twice a year, and everyone is different. Again, there are people, they have a lot of serious health problems, they have to fast. I know someone, he fasts every time before chemo. I think he fasts 3 days, and he says he tolerates the chemotherapy so much better. But I also know from a lot of women, when they fast too much, too often, too long, it messes up their hormones. So you got to be also careful with that. Everybody is different. Everybody's body and brain are different. So you got to figure out what works best for you. But definitely try it out. It's really interesting, and you never know what's gonna happen.